There's no such thing as a magic portfolio. If you're a designer, you have had to create your own portfolio, or you will get to creating it soon, hopefully tomorrow. I can show you hundreds of videos on the internet informing you on creating your portfolio in 100 different ways, and all of them are made by really good designers with really great portfolios. If you're like me, this overwhelms you. There's just too many good ideas, so which one should you pick? I would say pick any template you feel is cool or any design style that matches your style and work on making it your own and imbue your own unique style into it. Yeah, but which one will get me a job? Well, as a struggling designer myself, I really don't have an answer. But after a year of searching and researching and job applications and talking to recruiters, talking to other people, it just became clear that no one else has this answer either. Look, if there was one design portfolio that could get anyone hired to any company, then everyone would copy that portfolio and everyone's portfolio would look the same. And then some creative designer would come along and would innovate on that portfolio style and everyone would shift to that style and so on and so forth. But this does not happen and such a magic portfolio does not exist. But maybe this perspective will help you because it helped me. I recently read a book, 100 Things Every Designer Should Know, where the author introduced this concept of creating websites as people. In the book's context, however, the author was talking about the hero section and how a visitor who is visiting the website for the first time ever will need an introduction to the website, much like they would need an introduction to a person they are meeting for the first time. So when they're on the website, they will need the website's name and what the website does, which is provided in the hero section nowadays. Also, the visitor would also judge the website on its appearance and its first impression, just like they would judge any other person they met for the first time. Design portfolios especially can be viewed in this very way because they are an extension of one's design personas. Your portfolio contains some part of your design persona in terms of its content, its colors, and its design language. Therefore, portfolios cannot help but be unique, even if they appear similar on the surface. Okay, all this is fine in the abstract sense, but the material reality is that I need to compete with other designers and their portfolios to land a job. And oftentimes, obviously, we are competing for the same job. So I need to know what makes my portfolio better than the rest. Yes, I completely agree, and I feel the same way. If portfolios can be seen as an extension of your designer self, then maybe they can also be improved, much like your designer persona. Consider your design journey. There is no designer that's objectively good who you followed and became better at design. The greatest sound designer in the world will be at a loss when they are asked to design a building. Similarly, the greatest architect will not be as efficient as a UX designer when creating mobile apps for food delivery businesses. So if you don't have any objective good designers to look up to, how did you become a better designer than what you were a few weeks ago? The answer is that you probably worked on different projects with different people, gained insights on how to do certain things better, how to collaborate with different teams, maybe even change some old habits. You did all this by consciously and subconsciously getting feedback and working on it. The same can be true for your portfolio. Once you create it, you can use different analytical tools for quantitative feedback of your website. Google Analytics and Microsoft Clarity are tools that do this exact thing. In addition to the analytical tools provided by the hosting service on which you are hosting your website. You can also conduct live interviews where people go through your portfolio and provide you with valuable feedback. If 6 out of 10 people looking at your portfolio have something to say about how you can improve it, and 4 out of those 6 people find something common that you need to improve, then you can make your portfolio better by acting on that specific thing. With the lack of critical feedback from recruiters and interviewers, such data is your only friend, unfortunately. You can rely on these tools and your trusted peers to get better. Data is key when it comes to improving, whether it is your portfolio or your designer self. Secondly, even though there isn't any objective good designer or an objectively job-giving portfolio, there are still commonalities in creative thinking and problem solving that every great designer shares. So even though you do not have a blueprint for your portfolio, you can go through 10 great portfolios and identify a common theme like good motion design or a great use of negative space and then imbue it into your own portfolio. This will help give it a professional look that you like because it is based on research of portfolios and designers who you look up to. and designers who work in the industry or in the specific field or specific company that you want to work in. And lastly, I know how stressful it is to be rejected by recruiters and how critical it makes you of your portfolio, but rejection alone is not enough data that you can act upon. There are many design communities where you can receive good specific pointers for your portfolio, which can do you much more good than trying to overhaul your portfolio after each and every rejection. These communities also have their own resources, challenges, and creative ventures that you can be a part of so that you don't feel alone in your designer journey. So hang in there.